I bought a cheat stick from Sports Direct on the cheap to show you guys how you can do a bit more of that. Guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Simon down here at the local retail park with an absolute weapon of a golf club for hardly any value. And to be honest, I would never spend any more money than what I'm spending today on this particular club. And the reason being, technique will always overrule this club in particular. But for you beginners and some of you that might be struggling with this area of the game, it seems like an absolute no-brainer, especially at the price I'm about to pick it up from. As I was walking around the normal store just for everyday stuff, came across and I said I have to make this video. So guys, if you like this video, leave it a like, subscribe if you are new, and yeah, let's go and pick up this cheap cheat stick. It's going to help some of your guys' games. Now, I'm not going to show the club up close just yet, even though it does have the potential to, well, do a bit of that, and that's because it has a lot of stereotype around it, a big cloud around it, and it stops a lot of beginners even attempting to pick it up because they think they would be made fun of. But you know who else gets made fun of? People that thin out the back of this green when they could be doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here I hold the Slazenger V300. Was $26.99, and sadly they took my ticket off it, but of course I got the deal. I went through quite a few of them. None of them had like the 40% off like everything else in Sports Direct, and we got this bad boy 14.99 pence. Show them the receipts. Now, the reason I'm making this video is quite pure and simple. This game, golf, is here to be enjoyed and not necessarily to be made as hard as possible. Therefore, for a lot of you guys that, well, I don't know, play once a week or potentially, potentially twice a month, why would you go through the rigmarole of beating yourself up every time that you go and play golf? Am I saying this is the answer? Am I saying that this is the cure? No. But is it going to be able to shoot some of those 3 overs, 4 overs, potentially 5 overs on some of those holes that you've actually teed off well on? Well, potentially, yeah. Now, in no way, shape or form am I telling a good majority, especially the ones of you that have got a decent wedge game, if not average wedge game, to keep honing your skills and working on it, because this is one-dimensional. This is one gear. This has only so much launch and so much versatility and so much spin and control. But for a good portion of you that's scared to death around here, $14.99 for a training aid. And that's what I want you to think about this as a training aid, something that's going to learn for you to not move your wrist as much, potentially not take a backswing all the way here if you only want the ball to go 20 yards. And once you've built your confidence with this very cheap, very affordable, probably not that durable golf club, then do exactly the same with the wedges in your bag, and you'll be surprised to see exactly how well you now chip, because you've got that confidence and you've got rid of the paranoia and the fear of the ball going everywhere. Come on, boys, I'm not going to be here all day, am I? I think we can all agree when it comes down to alignment, it's a crucial element of this golf game. Therefore, when we're coming to wedge play, we neglect it a tiny bit more than, let's say, we do with the putting. And the putting, we have the alignment aid. Wedge play, we don't. And if you're struggling with your wedge play, I highly recommend having a look at your alignment, marking yourself down. Make sure the face is pointing at the target. Make sure your feet are parallel to the target, and hit a nice in-to-in neutral swing path, and see if that changes your dispersion, control, strike, whatever it might be, just like this one does. Oh God, why can't I go in? Just go in and go home. I can't leave now. We've got dinner at 7. No, we haven't. I've got to be back home to help with the kids at 7. We've got dinner at 7:30, and this needs to go home. I'm just going to hit it now without the intro. I bet that goes in. Don't you dare go in. You absolute... That'll do. That'll do. Oh God, why can't I go in? Just go in and go home. I can't leave now. We've got dinner at 7. No, we haven't. I've got to be back home to help with the kids at 7. We've got dinner at 7:30, and this needs to go home. I'm just going to hit it now without the intro. I bet that goes in. Don't you dare go in. You absolute Right, bloopers coming up, and there was a few of them there. I think I've been out for about 3 hours, something like that, altogether, to probably make about 3 minutes worth of footage. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I like these kinds of things. I've always talked about big soled wedges and everything else, more of a training aid for you guys to get your confidence. And my wedge game's all over the place at the moment, and given a choice, if I had to go and play a tournament tomorrow with money on the line, my life on the line, I can tell you now I'd take this, because I just haven't practiced my wedge game, and my mentality when it comes to those wedge shots are pretty much all over the place within that like 20, 30, 40 yard range. And why make the game harder for yourself? That being said, don't go and spend 140 quid on a really expensive one of these. Spend 100 quid on chipping lessons and 14.99 on this thing. Guys, thank you for watching. Enjoy the bloopers. Don't laugh too loud. Subscribe if you want to see more of this. Hit me in the comments. See you later. How to do more of that? How to do more of that? How to do more of this? How you can do a bit more of, well, that. See how you can do, well, a bit more of that. I bought a cheat stick. I bought a cheat stick from Sports Direct on the cheap to show you guys how you can do a bit more of that. Now I'm not going to show the club just yet, because it does have a lot. Now I'm not going to show the club just yet. Now I'm not going to show the club just yet. Now I'm not going to show the club just yet. Now I'm not going to show the club just yet, even though it does have the potential to do. Now I'm not going to quite show the club up front just yet, even though it does have the potential. Now, I'm not going to show the club just yet, mainly because it has quite a bit. Now I'm not going to show. Now I'm not going to show the club up close just yet, even though it does have the potential to, well, do a bit of that. And in this video, because myself at the moment is struggling with their chipping. Make this video, and it's quite simple, to be perfectly honest. It's because, well, it's possible, especially for a lot of you guys that only need to get out to go and play golf, I don't know, once a week, something like that. Now the reason I'm making this video is quite pure and simple. This game, golf, is here to be enjoyed and not necessarily to be made as hard as possible. Therefore, for a lot of you guys that, well, I don't know, play once a week or potentially, go on, target, and then 9 times out of 10 with a decent stroke, knees and the rest of your body are parallel, meaning that you're only creating backspin on these particular. One thing I really like about this chipper is the alignment on the back of it, and because I've got that alignment, I know, rest assured, that my club face is pretty much at the target, which I think some people neglect when they start this game. Feel or sound great, but the fact that it's even teaching you that the ball should go, I don't know, somewhere near the hole, and maybe just align yourself parallel to the target and hit a putt a bit more. We don't, and that's one thing that I do like about this chipper, is that it actually keeps the club face at the target, your feet parallel to the target, and try and keep somewhat of a neutral swing path, so then the club essentially just moves towards, oh, that would have been great if that had gone in. What a great demonstration. At the target, keep your feet a tiny bit more parallel and just keep a nice short strong stroke on it, and then hopefully it does something like that. Sing. Now this is more of a training aid opposed to, go in, just go in and then I can go home. That'd be great. I've got 2 kids. My wife's probably calling me now. That camera's probably not even recording. To the wedge play area. I like this chipper, again, more for the training aid element. It's got the alignment on the back of it. Therefore, I can align myself to the target. I can keep my feet parallel to the target. And when I hit that little chip shot, it's supposed to go in. That's what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't go in. It just goes miles past. Like, whatever it might be, just like this one does. Oh God, why can't I go in? Just go in and go home. I can't leave now. We've got dinner at 7. No, we haven't. We've got to be back home to help with the kids at 7. We've got dinner at 7:30, and this needs to go home. I'm just going to hit it now without the intro. I bet that goes in. Don't you dare go in. You absolute